Hello students, your instructor here again, John Mandela with another screencast. This one about something that's more of a John Mandela idea, so it's not going to be in your textbook, at least not listed this way. It's called a hot neutral anchor. Hot neutral anchor. And here's what it is. We have in class looked at color theory and color through the idea of a 12-point color wheel, or the kind of 6 or 7-point additive color wheel. The one where it's blended against black and it creates white in the middle. We've looked at it in split complementary relationships and triadic and quadratic and complementary and achromatic and analogous and monochromatic and all things of that nature. Those things relate color to color or hue to hue. What they don't touch on though, which is equally as important if not more important, especially in a day and age where around 10% of American males are colorblind, is the value and the saturation of those colors. We talked about in class that you don't just pick colors out of a can, like you don't just go for bright orange, bright blue and say I have complementary. It can be so much more sophisticated than that. It can be a burnt orange and a sky blue. It can be a navy blue and a cream orange. You know, all those different things like that. So hot neutral anchor aims to address that, to create color schemes from that approach. And really what's nice about this approach is the colors are almost unimportant. Okay, it should and could work with any color, as long as you have a color that's certainly in a hot category, certainly in a neutral category, and certainly in an anchor category. And let me define those. So hot, that's going to be, in this area, that's going to be the bright, intense, not necessarily light, but just bright, saturated, rich, intense color. Okay, it's like as if it's hot, as if it's on fire. Okay, that's the bright color. It's what adds the intensity, the life, the vitality to the page. Okay, this color is often used to denote the hot button part, the emphasis of the page or the screen or what have you. And neutral. This is just like it sounds. It's a neutral. It's a subdued tone. It could be earth tone. It could be pastels, a natural color scheme, like flesh and bone. Those kinds of things. It's generally a lighter color, although it doesn't necessarily have to be. It can be deeper, but you can see the colors are very desaturated, or if this is the hot saturated, the neutral is going to be desaturated. Okay, it doesn't have to just be gray like this, it could be any of these colors. These kind of pastel, light, faded colors. Okay, and X is the kind of the background, generally, although it can certainly be an important color in the scheme, if not the binding color in the scheme. Anchor. Anchor is the deep, rich, dark, heavy color in the color scheme. It doesn't have to be black, as you can see here. Black is the obvious choice, but you can use a forest green, a navy blue, this kind of, I don't know what this would be, like a deep rouge color, or dark violet, even like a maroon, you know, if it's dark enough, or a deep, deep gray, things of that nature can certainly be used as the anchor color. And this adds weight to the page. It's the heaviest color. It adds weight to the page or to the screen. It kind of, what it does by doing that, adding that visual weight, is it makes things not feel like they're floating around in the page, just kind of la la la. You want to add some weight to it, so it adds some seriousness, some gravity, some earnestness to what you're doing. Now I have hot neutral anchor here, and the reason why I have different sized bubbles of color is to show you that you can totally decide yourself if you decide to adopt this method in choosing your colors for a color scheme. It's up to you, the designer, on which one you want to place emphasis on. Maybe you want to place the emphasis primarily on hot and have the neutral anchor just supporting elements. Maybe you want to have that soft feel, so you go for neutral as the main color and hot anchor just for the buttons or the text here and there. Or maybe you want a really dark, heavy feel, so you have anchor as your main color and hot and neutral, there's supporting elements. It's up to you. This, just grabbing different colors from a hot neutral anchor here, see if critic color scheme, I might normally not think to myself to have purple, orange, and tan put together, but in a hot neutral anchor you can see that it works. It touches all the right things as far as our eyes and creates enough contrast between those colors to make things legible. Quickly, let's look at some examples of hot neutral anchor in play. Here it is. The hot is the orange, the neutral is the grays, and the soft blues, and the anchor is a darker blue. This one placed emphasis on the anchor as a black, and then the white and red are the hots, and the grays are the neutrals. And this one